In this video, I'm going to show you how to view your students' grades on an individual assignment and how to actually change them if you need to. So I've logged into Quest and I've pulled up the class. And you ask yourself what are the possible situations that I can use? The first example I want to run through is a student emails you and says, hey, I want to check up on a grade. I think I earned some extra points on this particular question. Or, hey, can you check my assignment? I don't think Quest quite grabbed my grades the right way. There's a bunch of different situations. Maybe the student makes up a grade for an assignment using a different activity. Maybe they did some sort of project or did a report on something and it'll cover the assignment grade. So what I'm going to do is, this is my favorite way of doing this, is actually starting on the student page and going to the student roster. So I'm going to pull up this student. And this is the student that, in my situation, emailed me. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, hey, on this assignment, they think they've earned some extra points on this assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to check out their grades. And they say, hey, I think I've earned a little bit extra on choice 2. Well, first thing I want to do is look over, and they answered all the questions. They've submitted an essay question. They've tried the other 2 questions. This first question they tried once, they got it right. The second one they've tried twice, and I can actually see by clicking on it what their first attempt was and what time that happened at. Then they tried the same minute. Within the same minute, they tried it a second time. They took a second guess at it, got some reduced credit. But they said, oh, hey, I mistyped my answer for this one. I really thought it should be the first. And I watched them do this, so I'm going to give them extra points. So I'm going to give them full credit for this by clicking on the little pencil and then updating their points. So now this person gets a 20 out of 20 on this assignment because they have full credit. Well, if I don't like that, I could always reset it. And it'll ask me, are you sure? I can go back and it'll go back to its original point value. Another way I could do this is maybe I want to give them a grade for the assignment itself. So I can go into total score, and then I can change the total points for the assignment. So maybe I want to give them 18 points. I'm going to give them some points back because they, did okay on the assignment. They didn't do perfect, but I can change their overall grade. And now their grade has been changed, and you'll notice that in all the cases, this little asterisk shows up. This little asterisk right here indicates that we've changed the grade and that it's a corrected grade. So if you go back in later, you can see, was it something that you changed or was it something Quest automatically calculated? All right, so I'm going to reset that. Actually, I'm not going to reset that so we can see it in a different view. So I'm going to go back in now to my course list. And let's say I want to view the grades of all the students for an assignment. Maybe I want to look at what are the responses for this assignment, this learning module we were looking at. So I'm going to go into the assignment itself. So this is not on an individual level, this is more on an overall class level. And there's 2 or 3 views that we can use. My personal favorite for quickly viewing everything is the View Submission page. And if I click on View Submissions, it takes a little bit of while to load because it's going to load all of your students and every response they give. So you'll see this student, Ian, he tried once and got 10 points for the first question. On the second question, you'll see 3 different responses for question 2, and you'll see he got no points for that. So the correct answer was choice 2. He chose choice 1, choice 3, and choice 4. And at this point, I would probably go over and look to see how fast he's submitting these. Did he actually take some time to go back in and make sure he was doing the calculation over? And you'll see that they're all within a minute of each other. So I would take a guess on this student that they were just trying answers and they didn't know what they were doing. If I have essay questions in here, this is actually the fastest way to read all of the essay responses. The bad part about this view currently is that there's no way to change the grade. So if I wanted to change the grade, I would actually go into the View Answer key, or sometimes there's another one called View Results. Or the View Answer key actually shows the View Results page if I click on Class Results. So I can see over here I can change all the grades. So if you're grading essay questions, I think I covered this, maybe you want to do the view submissions on one page and then bring up a second window and do a split screen where you can have this override as well. And you'll see that this was the override that I did before when we were going through this tutorial. But it's a nice way to rapidly change the grades. Maybe I want to give an extra 2 points for every student just because I'm feeling generous or because of a mistake I made. This is a great page to do it. So this is the view answer key page or the view results page. If you go to the view answer key page like we're on, one of the things that's also useful is it actually provides this drop-down menu, and I can select different students and go into their individual pages like I did before. So it's a quick way to go through everything, change grades either on an individual student assignment or to change grades on the class, or if you wanted to change grades or to just view the grades of your students. So a bunch of different pages, a bunch of different things to do. I encourage you to play with this yourself, figure out what works best for different situations for you, and hopefully this video was helpful for you. So good luck with using Quest and hope that you enjoyed the video.